Only one should.
All my heroes are potheads. So why drink and drive when you can smoke and fly? Peter Tosh that got to legalize. All my heroes are potheads.
Hello, we want to welcome you to another episode of Comics on Cannabis, where we hope you sit, smoke, drink, and chill with three of the coolest cats in the podcast world. I am Ed Cho with the Reverend Bob Levy. Finishing it out, we have Derek Michael. Behind the board is our good friend CJ, a little bit different here. Interesting, fun stuff to talk about today. First, before we do get into that, we want to tell you about our friends at New Jersey Green Room, where they provide you with all your CBD needs, whether it be flower, tinctures, edibles. They have what you're looking for. They have locations in Hoboken, Montclair, Jersey City, West Village, Westfield, New Jersey, and of course, my favorite one here in Red Bank, New Jersey. The New Jersey Green Room will hook you up with all your CBD needs. Being recreationally, medicinally, they have what you're looking for. If you cannot make it to the aforementioned stores, you can visit them at thegreenroomnewjersey.com. Use discount code DW15 for 15% off your CBD purchases. New Jersey Green Room, a quality place for your quality CBD. Now, here we are. We had another podcast. We're doing another one here now. Mr. Bob Levy. Hey, why do I look the way I do? What is this?
It's a racist camera.
What is this? Why do I look like I look like how I look like in my face? All right, this is not good. Anyway, the difference. We're gonna go.
Yeah, you look like you're in COVID in China, and they locked you up in the house.
Oh wow!
I look better than I am COVID. I see that I take over the world. That's what I do. I take over. When I look like this, I take over the fucking world.
You're gonna spread them, ladies, like COVID.
I take over everything. So that's the power of being me. Levy, you came back from what, Nevada?
I was in Nevada and Arizona. It was great. Unbelievable. Just
what were you doing, man? You're doing some shows out there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually afraid to even ask you the stories. When you go out, they're just not regular stories. So how are the shows, brother? Talk to me.
But they were great. I mean, and the stories. I mean, you know what my stories are now after the show? I go back to the room and I make love to myself and I go to sleep. And then I get up and hopefully there's not a continental breakfast, but a regular one, because I don't know what continent people eat that garbage.
Bagels, bacon, eggs. You love donuts. What else do you get in a continental breakfast?
You don't get eggs and bacon in a continental.
Yeah, you're out of your mind.
No, you get dry food. You get bread, toast.
Where did they put you up, Bob? Any place good?
I was at the Hilton.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And you didn't get good breakfast there?
Yeah, I mean, it was $20, but it was all you can eat. Like bacon. I must say, like a pound of bacon. There was sausage. They had the round and the narrow, which was great. The eggs weren't that bad, and I didn't go with the biscuit and gravy. I should have went with that, but I don't. That's too much in the morning for me.
$20. You're the celebrity. You're the man. What are you paying $20 for? Shouldn't that all be you?
No, I mean, some hotels, they have a better breakfast, but they make you pay for it, and it was excellent. It was worth $20, believe me.
And you paid that every morning?
No, I paid it one morning.
Okay.
I got up that morning. Some mornings I'm not up. You have to pay to get up by 11 to get that breakfast.
And well, okay. So you did your shows, you had the breakfast. This was a winning weekend for you. Anything amazing happened here this weekend? How were the shows? Talk to me. Those Nevada people.
Yeah, Nevada was great, and then Arizona, I went there a day early. I went up and did a guest spot, got like a standing ovation. Went back Sunday, kicked ass, got on a plane, flew back. They don't even really care that much about that. They'll mention it a lot, but I just lay down with my hands on my head, like over my eyes, and they can't tell that I don't have my mask on, I guess. And plus, the lights are off at night, so it's easy to jerk off on those planes.
That's always a plus on a good plane. You, my friend, got a standing ovation. Talk to me.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's the best feeling in the world, besides getting blown by a girl that has to go up and dance next, but it was amazing. I was very happy, and I was excited to get home because my wife had a surprise for me because we're doing work on the house. and we had the bathroom done, and all, jacuzzi in it, tile, new floors, new everything. And she hired somebody to put, just the what is that? The main wood around the top. Uh,
Molding.
The molding.
the molding, but whatever it's called, it's called something else. The molding was on the bottom, and the top was the fancy
Crown
shit,
molding.
crown molding.
Yeah.
And
How the fuck would you even know that, asshole?
I used
Okay.
to fucking do work on houses.
Okay, so you got the crown molding.
yeah, so I get home, and it's basically the guy fucked it up so bad. It's
Ah,
horrendous. Like I'm surprised I would have killed her probably, but she was trying to do something nice. When somebody tries to do something nice all the time and it backfires, and you're like, why do you keep trying to do stuff nice? Because it's just going to backfire. So I said, don't do that no more. Don't try to make me happy. Just I'll be happy.
Oh, that's kind of sweet though. So she tried making you happy, and it kind of blew up in her face like a cheap pool toy, huh?
Yeah, basically, you know what I mean? So it was like I was, I punch a wall, but yeah, because I'm fixing the house up, so I punch a wall because I was just like, and the guy looked like Jeffrey Dahmer, and they were hiding in the bathroom the whole fucking time. You really couldn't see it, and then the mess they made, I had to clean up. They broke the brand new cabinet that we put in there, a big cabinet. We spent a nice amount of money to get the bathroom almost done, right? Just needed a little more. And now we're like, we have to fucking send people back in to do this now.
So are they? So you got to pay more for that?
Well, I got people working on the house. She was trying to surprise me because the guy had like a funeral to go to, or his brother was sick,
Right.
So she just wanted to finish it to surprise me, and that didn't work well.
I feel so terrible for her, man. That's awful, bro.
I got to tell you, contractors, they go through an awful lot of family members and funerals by calling out.
Yeah, no, I know, but like this one, this guy was terrible. Like he looked like Dama. I don't think they even put something down. They broke the sink, the inside of the sink of the thing by dropping something.
Oh,
and then he goes, "Oh, I can fix that," and he puts like plaster over it. It was all over. It's fucking unbelievable. I mean, look,
that's what you say. I'm not paying you. Get out of the house.
No, he got his money, but he's gonna have to. Whatever. It's gonna have to give it back. Somebody's gonna have to give it back and take care of stuff. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to track him down, which won't be hard. You know what I mean? And it's okay. Everything is. You know what I mean? I don't want her to be upset. I'll take care of it.
You're a good guy, man. You're
not. No, I'm not.
A good guy like that, man. Because basically, I could see you getting kind of heated, but because she tried doing something nice, the Reverend is trying to keep a little bit of that heat back.
No. I just got about 2 hours ago. I was over it. I've been home since yesterday. Okay, so yeah. I just finally let it go because I got high, and I was like, I couldn't get high for until it was I couldn't yesterday because I just knew I was going to lose it, and I couldn't enjoy it.
All right, well, so I feel bad because every time I talk to you or I text you during the week, you're like, yeah, Ed, I got people over here. Man, this is more of a headache, I think, for you than anything. Like you getting this whole house done, this better be worth it for you, brother. Like you want like this better be worth it for you because it seems like you're going through a lot of crap, man.
It's unbelievable. It's amazing that like people can fuck up, but who gets mad? Me and her fight. You understand? So they don't, like he left. He just left, and we didn't know he was gone. And then we just looked at everything. And we were like, "What the fuck is this? That? And it was like he'll have to take care of this because I don't want to fucking hunt him down. I don't really want to do that.
You'll kick the shit out of him. Tell me you won't fucking. You'll take your foot and throw it down his fucking throat. You'll rip off.
I don't have.
Yeah,
I don't have to do that. I'll have other people do it. I don't do that shit no more.
No, now you're cool like that. Now Bob is good now. Bob is like now that he smokes weed, he's cool, he's chill. That's the Bob we have now, huh?
Yeah. Did somebody's ass just come by the screen slowly behind you, or am I fucking out of my mind?
The fact that you saw that.
That was like the weirdest thing I've ever seen on a show. It was like a fucking Jew looking for a penny behind us. Somebody doing a podcast.
You're gonna see it again. Oh, wait a minute.
You got it.
Hold on. I think I might be there. Now I'm on two screens.
All right,
I was on two screens. You got double the Ed. It wasn't just one. You got two Eds.
There you go.
That's right. You got two Eds, boy. You got two Asians on this one show.
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling about that? You okay down there?
Yeah, but I fixed it.
You fixed it. You fixed it. Bob saw your ass move by, but now that you fixed it, there were consequences.
This way, so you won't see my ass.
I was about to say, hey, we got to stop, because I think I came. Might have to start taping again.
Very nice. Bob, let me ask you a question. I know you were away, and I don't know if it was weird after our last show last week, which was, I guess it's a good thing. I knew it was going to end up happening. Where I got a lot of DMs and people are like, all right, I got to see Ed's show talking about wrecking pussy, which is fine because I really don't normally, Derek knows, I don't really talk about, wrecking pussy.
Talk about sucking dick.
That's what you like.
That's there as well. Okay, that's real. There it is. Okay, that's real. You could just go now, man. We're just seeing you. So it's real smooth. Yeah, that was real smooth.
This would be like the worst break-in ever if we were watching on cameras.
The Pink Panther.
Yeah, exactly. Bob, because of last week's show, and we were talking about when you go on stage, man, you go up clean. You don't even drink, smoke to even relax yourself, do you?
I drink. I have a couple drinks, and I won't smoke weed before I go on. On the way home, I'll take an edible because it's a nice feeling after you murder.
Well, this guy, he always murders. When was the last time you ever had a bad show, Bob?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, you're so
I have no idea what you're talking about. I hear people talking about that. Shuley has a show where they talk about people bombing on stage, and he goes, well, we're not going to have you on.
You'll never be on. Huh? You never bombed before. Bullshit. You have. You know what? I'll be honest. I think every time I've seen you, a couple of times, I don't think you ever have bombed. Like you go up there and you fucking crush every time, you fucker.
It's hard. It's hard to bomb. It's hard to bomb. A lot of shit would have to be against me that day. Like somebody fucked up my bathroom, and I might have to shit myself or something like that. Maybe and then I'm whatever. But and then the crowd is bad. But no, it doesn't happen. I don't know. It seems pretty fun for me.
That's funny.
What?
Mm-hmm.
He said I'd have to shit myself.
Yeah, I mean,
one day.
Yeah, it's got it's got to be something pretty horrific for me to bomb. All the conditions perfectly.
Well, okay. So seriously, what would constitute a bomb for you? Because this actually it's kind of an interesting conversation now. Mm-hmm. It's actually a very interesting conversation because every time I've seen you, you're pretty much crushed. So it's kind of, hey, I look like shit again, but it's okay. You got my audio, and I still sound beautiful. Yeah. So when I seriously, like, you always crush. So what constitutes a bad show? When a joke doesn't hit, the audience is not into you. When you're fucking them, you're kind of fucking up their shit. They're not feeling you. Like, what constitutes for you a bad show? Because I don't think I've ever seen you bomb, honestly.
No. What would be a bad show if somebody came up after a show and said, I like that show better?
Fuck you. No, you know that's gonna happen a couple times, man. Because we're lining up some shows, and you're gonna see what happens. Well, they're gonna forget about me. I'm gonna be like, I'm like the opener or the MC. So it's always gonna be you. But if I don't want you to bomb, Bob, ever. I never, because you're a good guy, you're a good friend. I never want to see it. But if you do, as a friend, of course, I'll be there on this podcast to let everybody know. Yeah, Bob kind of didn't have it that.
Nah, you'll never say that. You'll never say that. You know what I mean? It's like a woman saying, yeah, that was the biggest dick I ever seen on that Asian when you left. Nobody's ever said that, okay?
Everybody says it, Bob. Everybody says it. You don't know the women I'm with. They all say it. They're all like, look at that Ed Cho. Look at that fucking dick. And I'm like, well, look at that dick. Look at that penis. There's Ed Cho. Look at that dick. Look at that fucking penis. No, what they say is, look at that fucking penis.
Every time they see Ed, they're like, "What a dick!" Yeah, I remember him.
Wow.
Here's the reason I asked that question before, and this is the truth.
Hmm.
And I was like, "Do you get high?" Because you know me, I for some reason I don't know what it is. Like you saw me at Stacks, and it went a little crazy, and I'm gonna temperate. But when I smoke or I I do Delta or whatever, it's almost like I need to grab the mic. It's like I need to grab the mic, and I want to do stand up. Although my head's not in the right space, so it might be a problem. But it is what it is.
Slow down, you fucking drug addict. How much coke are you on? Look at this picture go back. If you're listening to the show only, Ed just went 100 million miles an hour.
That was definitely sativa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is the fucking show like this? What the fuck is the show like this?
It's okay. It's funny. Jesus Christ. If you're listening, you know what's going on now. And if you're
Yes, we're having
if you're
technical
watching,
difficulties.
yeah, but it's
stand by.
What I'm saying here is why I asked the question is because I saw it was I think it was this week, I don't know what, but they had a poll and they're saying, would you rather smoke? Would you rather alcohol? What's the preference in the United States? What would you rather?
yes.
And, oh, you saw it. Yes, both, and both is a beautiful thing, Bob. Both.
It is.
I think it's amazing too. But they put the two head to head against each other, and weed won. It won. So it was it wasn't by a lot, but they said weed. That people would rather smoke weed than drink alcohol. I love both. I do both. Everybody knows that. Even when I actually even Derek, when I do a show, I don't really drink that much. I'll do weed. You know,
was this poll taken at the Cannabis?
No, it's a national poll, and most people would rather get high and smoke weed than drink. So, me just being a comic and you being a comic, and I'm just kind of curious, you know, like what Bob drinks to get his shit together and or to loosen up. I know Derek. When Derek does comedy, you like to have a couple beers, right?
Yeah, I have a couple of drinks.
I like to smoke. I like to get high. Albeit it doesn't work out as well as I'd like to sometimes, but I like it. So, you know, it is. I was just kind of curious what your MO. You know, I see Bob. He takes a couple shots of whiskey, not shots, but he sips on whiskey or
yeah. But the whole thing is that like in the day I'll take an edible, like I'll cruise my way to the show, and then when I get there I'll have a couple drinks, and then I'm perfect, and then I'll take a little when I go home.
So when you do, you do a couple of drinks just to calm yourself down, or is it something that makes you a better comic, or is it a?
It seems that I fall by the thing that I believe it makes me funnier, so it makes me more comfortable. Why I have no idea, but as long as it's working, I'm gonna buy it. Okay. That's the way I look at it.
It loosens you up, you know. When I drink a little too much, I can't remember, so that's the problem. But I guess that's the same thing when I smoke.
Yeah, like if I murdered somebody before going to a gig and I killed later that night again too, I would have to kill somebody every show because it's working for me.
Well, once again, Bob always kills. Bob never fails, right? Bob Levy never fails.
That's why they have the dark web.
Yeah,
that's right.
You know, like I said, he's my friend. I never want to see him fail. I never do. But if it does, boy, I'm going to be there and be like, this is what it looks like. This is what a Levy show looks like when he can't make them laugh, when they're not getting off their seats.
Hey, it's impossible. It's very hard. I mean, I enjoy what I do. I look forward to it, and it's very hard for me to have a bad set. It really is.
I think that's a big thing too. When you're up there, you really do enjoy it. And you know what's weird? Remember when I was a touring comic, Derek?
Yep.
And I hated traveling. Like I didn't like going to college. You
liked it at first, then it got old.
And then I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
And then it became it's gonna sound awful, but it's not like I didn't like being a comic or a tour.
No, but it became a job rather than something that was fun.
Yeah, exactly. Bob doesn't have that problem. I don't think. I think, Bob, you like to travel. Well, no, actually, I don't think you don't like to travel.
I don't like going on the planes and that bullshit, and waiting around and standing in lines. I mean, it's like, what the fuck? You want to stand? What am I at fucking Disney World? I got to stand in line and fucking walk back and forth. And
exactly.
Where to go on a fucking plane where they're going to yell at me to fucking help people at the open the door in case it's an emergency.
Exactly.
They got to fucking learn how to beam shit places. You know, I mean, my God.
I would love that. They would make my life much easier. I don't know, man. My point is when I travel, when I used to travel, even when we did colleges and stuff, I'm not as a happy a person when I travel and I'm there, and then they're like, okay, now here's you got to do
There's
this,
a lot
you
to pay attention to. The flight, and you got to
I
rent
just
the car.
I don't like it,
Mhm.
man. But like I said, I don't travel like Bob though. It's
No, I don't travel that much anymore. But I'm just saying, when I'm there, when I go and see the club owner, the people that were like right there, I'm in the mood. I'm like, yeah, let's go, let's fucking rock them. You know, I'm all excited because they are. So why, you know what I mean? I have to go in there because they're paying me. So I'm ready. I'm like, let's do this. Let's fucking show them.
yeah, but you've had it too. Where man, where was it? Where like you've had it where you've done a club or a college or something, and then they said don't do this, and then I'm like, fuck, you're paying me, but I'm like, that's half my set.
Yeah, but it's like when you tell me don't do.
What the fuck do I do? It's like, you remember? I was like, was it Georgia Tech? Remember? I was like, they're like, yeah, you can't do this. I'm like, the fuck do I do now?
Don't curse or whatever.
What'd they say? Don't do any Asian jokes. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
That
No.
would be the funniest fucking skit ever.
For the
You know,
for the record, okay, for the record, when I started, and this is true, I hardly did Asian jokes. Remember? Like I hardly did Asian. There were people that come up to me and said, "Hey, just you're Asian." I was like, "Yeah, I get that," but you didn't really say any like Asian jokes, and I didn't say Asian jokes because I didn't want to like pigeonhole myself like that. Well, that's not fair to say, but but I didn't want to pigeonhole myself to be this Asian comic, so I would do other stuff. And then when people said to me, "Hey, you know what? You're not doing Asian jokes," and I was like, "Well," and then just give the people what they want, and that's why I went back to that. I don't know if it was a good idea that I went back to do that, but.
But you said pigeonholed. Like that's weird because you don't do Asian jokes because you're pigeonholed. But the Asians like pigeons, right? They eat pigeons.
Oh Jesus!
No, right. I'm just saying that's weird that you would use the. Am I right about that? Like I've been to markets and I see wings going up and down. I know what's going on.
Really, pigeons are not dogs?
No, they don't do that in the front. It's in the back of the place. No, but I'm saying like pigeon. I think is like something. Right? Isn't that like a fancy delicacy or whatever the fuck it's called?
I actually saw something on YouTube where people actually eat pigeon and it's supposed to taste like steak. Like you could YouTube it right now and people eat pigeon because there's so many, even in New York and all over like Chicago and shit. And people,
they're called homeless people. Homeless people eat pigeons. Okay.
It's something they do at delicacies, man. They're doing it at nice restaurants, something you wouldn't know about.
Well,
They're nice restaurants, man, where you sit down with a knife and fork and you don't with your hands, Bob.
Hey, man,
you don't know.
Once I go to fucking Burger King, McDonald's, and get a McPigeon, then I don't know. I've never been. That's where I fucking I'm a simple man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go to a fancy restaurant. Like if I'm gonna get a whole bunch of seafood, I'm gonna eat the seafood. I get it and bring it home and fucking cook it because you can have so much. You got butter dripping off your fucking eyebrows and that shit. That's how you want to eat, like an animal. I eat like an animal. I shouldn't be outside. I get it.
The carnal. See, look, I don't even want to know what Bob's house. You're inviting. Next time we do a podcast, I'm gonna come over to your house. We're gonna do a remote, and I want to see what your fucking house looks like, dude.
Once it's done, we got everything all over because we're doing certain rooms at a time. You know what I mean? The living room, the dining room is getting work. The bathroom down here is almost done. I started even painting the white stuff on the bottom, whatever it's called. You see, I'm not good at that, but I know what it is. I know how to paint it. Okay, and so I'm doing that, and the doors white, and the the hallways like that, and then they can finish it up.
You really expect us to believe you're actually doing work? You're not sitting back with your fucking hands up, thinking to yourself, you know what? You do this. You're actually doing work. Bob is doing work.
I got paint on my hands. I think.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Right here, with this hand. What's that right there?
Nail polish.
That's paint right here on the side. You see that? Because I got it on the floor, and they just went like this on the on the wood.
Is Gina there to back that up?
No, she knows I did it.
Oh yeah.
I showed it to her. I showed it to her when I came in. She goes, "That looks nice." Of course. What's she gonna say? It doesn't look nice after she fucked up the whole bathroom. Hired fucking Jeffrey Dahmer to come to my fucking house. I thought he was fucking dead.
Do me a favor, take a picture of this guy. I need to see him now. We're gonna put him on.
Well, he's not coming back. Believe me, he's not coming back. He's not. He won't even return a call now. So
because he knows he fucked up. He just
yeah, of course. He knew he fucked up when he said he would fucking replace the fucking the cabinet. It's a fucking huge cabinet. It was expensive. It was 300 pounds. And we had to get it in there. 4 of us try to get it into the fucking bathroom without breaking it. And this fucking guy breaks it. I'm like,
leave a message. Tell him he did an amazing job and have him over for some fucking pigeons.
No, but the funny thing is that when it went to his message when he didn't pick up, of course it was full. So he must fuck up a lot.
A lot.
Yeah. That's a telltale sign right there.
Yeah. So like it was like Angie's List or something. So, but they cover him. You understand? And he has insurance too. So he's gonna. I don't want him to. They can send someone else to replace it, or they can pay my guys to do it. Because it was just hard. I mean, I could have done that. Truthfully, I could have done that. And that's why I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? Yep. I'm painting the trim on the fucking around the room. I'm painting the windowsill, sanding them down. I have some little background on it. I know my fucking limit. I'm not going to be laying tile.
So are you bringing other people in now, or you're looking for other people?
No, we got my guy. His brother was sick or died, so we couldn't get mad. She just wanted to, get it done. So he'll be back next week. But I'm going to say, look, we need it done. I can't live. You know what I mean? A day or 2 here, and then fucking, we got to wait a week. No, we need it. I go, just pay you and go get it done. I want to fucking live it up.
I need to know. I want this all to be done. And because people are like, we know about it and we've been talking about it on past podcasts, I think everybody that even watches or listens to this podcast wants to see or hear about how beautiful your house is going to be, Bob.
No, it's going to be beautiful.
It's going to be like, it better be like fucking, I'm talking like, it better fucking shine, motherfucker. Like it better be fucking amazing.
It is. I mean, that's what I want. I want that now. We're not going to move now. We're going to redo the house so we can put it up to top market if we do go. And until then, we can enjoy it. So I want it all done. We'll put in a little pool. I'm not going to go crazy and build one in because that you can't really sell a house. That's not extra. When people will be like, I don't want a pool. We have a kid. He's going to drown. Well, sorry, he can't swim.
I remember, I even forgot, brother. You were going to move to South Carolina or North Carolina.
Yeah.
No. South Carolina?
South Carolina, yeah.
South Carolina. I even forgot about that.
It could happen, but you know what I mean? I'm going to be pretty happy here. This is where I'm used to. I like it.
A lot of good stuff is going to be happening, my friend. Like, a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Starting a porn network.
All that and good stuff. By the way, where's your cat? We got a lot of DMs from your cat. Your cat got more attention than you dick.
Well, he's fucking hanging out somewhere. My son came over today. We had to get all his amps and that in the shed, and that's because we got to start working upstairs on that batch of them. So we hung out. I'm going to go see him Saturday. His band is fucking amazing. Fat Mez, go see him. If you're a stoner, you like the Dead, anything from any kind of music, that's excellent. They do Zeppelin now. He sings Good Times, Bad Times. They started playing. It's the best band out there right now. And when they get a record deal, which is going to be soon, and they start putting together an album, you're going to be shocked because there's no better band out there. Every one of them can play so many instruments and sing. It's just crazy. People are fucking going nuts.
For the record, I'm a part of their Fat Mez community page on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they post? Man, they are sick. Like these kids, these guys know. And you know what's great about them? And just like a Fat Mez, which everybody see Fat Mez, but these are young guys that play classic rock well. Like these are guys that play it well. Like these aren't like it's not often. Now you'll see like people play like just like stupid like shit. These guys play classic rock fucking well, and it's surprisingly well. I'm not saying they're not talented, but surprisingly well. And on top of that too, they play different instruments. I believe your son's in it, and he plays like this big bass and guitar.
He plays bass. He plays lead on some songs. He sings a lot of songs. They all sing. All 4 of them sing. Him, Billy, and Kurt. The 3 guitar players. They switch around. on stuff during the show, and they all sing, and the drummer sings, and it's just amazing. People are flipping out because they're bringing back music, that people want to hear that they grew
Exactly.
up with. And I see even older people and younger people like it, but the older people, it's like they're feeling like their childhood with, you know what I mean, when they were at festivals and that, because they're actually a
So
jam
fucking
band
good.
too. Yeah, they jam a lot. They were a jam band and they go in and out of songs. Like I've never seen like the reaction that it changed so big real quick, because they've only been together maybe 2 years.
And we're talking classic rock. Is that it, really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, they're good as fuck, man. Because they're talking classic rock done well. Like they fuck like really fucking good.
Yeah.
And once again, what makes it so great to me is that seeing young kids like that could put together these type of songs and crush and absolutely crush, And they play all over the place too, don't they? I mean, it's
they're all over Philly now, and South Jersey and Wildwood, and then they were in Cape May they do, but they were in Florida at the big resort out there, whatever the hell that is. They've been to a lot of big things, and they're going to be going a lot more soon. But they work almost every night, so they're kicking ass.
They're going to be bigger than us, man.
They're going to be in 3 years. They'll be the biggest band, one of the top 5 biggest bands in the world.
They got originals. They got originals too.
Yeah, they got some, and they got like 7 now, and they're going to start. Right now they're getting the fans and making the money, and then once you have it all, then you put out the originals.
Exactly.
But they're having fun right now. They're having a lot of fun.
I gotta get to one of their shows, because just watching them, I really want to go, because like I said, it's first of all my kind of music, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's just great stuff, and they're good, So I gotta but they're playing, they have the schedule, so I gotta work my way down there,
Yeah, they're working almost every night. If you just go to Fat Mez on Facebook, that's basically where they post everything. And then they have that group now that people just put up videos of them all over. And it's like they don't care because they're good. Every video, I have not seen one where I'd be like, "Oh, you guys fucked up on that one." It's amazing.
Let me, Bill, Bob, didn't you play? You play bass, don't you? You play something. I know you play something.
I played the bass. I don't know if you heard of the band in the '80s, Van Levy. No, I mean,
yeah, nice try, dude.
Yeah, I played. I had fun
because I love it.
Lasted. It was fun, and I got into comedy after that. So
the music didn't work out for you, brother? So you had to go jokes?
Well, you have to depend on other people. You know what I mean? It's like I like, it's like everybody wants to practice this day and you don't want to. It's like, I was living it up then. I was young. I just wanted to have fun. So we were at the shore all the time. I didn't want to practice. I wanted to bang chicks. But you could bang a lot more chicks if you practice.
If you're also a musician, dude. If you're a musician, you're getting.
You were a musician. You were a drummer, right?
I'm a drummer. Yeah, I'm a drummer. So that's why. I was like, I know you're a bass. So Bob would understand. Like he's rhythm, so bass and drums, but
they go together. Yeah, and we could get a band together and do a comedy and a music thing. Do a few songs. You know what I mean? We can do like 10, 15 songs.
I can play whatever, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can play whatever. I'm a pretty fucking good drummer. Are you good at bass?
I mean, I can play it. I mean, I do a whole lot of Rosie with AC/DC with them and Tie Your Mother Down from Queen. But those are just 2 songs that I used to do, and I got them doing. So that's cool. You know what I mean? Because they were like, they weren't into AC/DC until now, and to recently, and they love it. So they're getting some of the stuff that. I told them to do Oasis because they have that killer song, Champagne.
I fucking love Oasis. It's a great band.
They're amazing. And I said, you can do that. If you can do that song and fucking blow it out, which I know they can, because they're blowing out every song that they cover. So, I mean, I go, that would be amazing. And I told them today, the band Triumph. What's that song by Triumph that
old school.
How does that go again?
How's it go again? Do it again.
Wait a minute.
No, do it again. and this, ladies and gentlemen, is Bob Levy does stand-up comedy.
She's young now, she wants to be free. The magic powers of the in me. Down,
Yes, yes.
down, down, down.
Somebody grab a lighter.
Or a doctor, he was having a stroke.
It'd be great, Bob. You know what? I actually want to jam with you and see what actually happens. I will tell everybody that listens to our podcast, it listens and or watches. I will put a rhythm track together with Bob on it if Bob really knows how to play.
Yeah, I mean, look, look, man, I can play. I've been around the block. I can do. Ed, what can I do? Come on, Derek, what can I do? I do it all.
There you go.
Not bomb. I mean, you don't know how to bomb.
I don't know how to do that, but that's bad. Why would I want to know how to bomb? You know,
you
want
to know how to do everything, baby. You want to know how to do it all. This guy bombs, and you know what? You know what? I can bomb, and I will eat that shit up. I will. If I don't do
eat
well,
that shit up,
dude. If I bomb, I'll be like, you know what? I'll go down the rabbit hole.
You ever bomb
deeper.
as a drummer?
You really can't. Do you know why you can't as a drummer? Because he's the one person in the band that can't fuck up. If you're the singer, if you're the bassist, if you're the lead guitarist, if you're the rhythm guitarist, you can all fuck up. If you're the drummer, you can't.
Yeah. Because everybody looks around. Everyone looks to them because they fucked up everything. Because the drums and the bass keep everything put real tight, you know?
Exactly.
And like when you started playing, like being from your background, like when you started playing, what kind of sticks did you like when you were young? You had the little, chopsticks and like hit.
You know what? You knew that was coming, asshole. You knew that was coming. You know what? I sat back and let him finish the joke. And let him finish the fucking joke.
No, but did it start like that? Like that would be a great story. You know what I mean? This is what we eat with, and I would go like this, and
I would play on the pans. I would finish my rice to get a different tone.
In all fairness, Ed is probably good with anything cylinder shaped in his hands,
dude. Let me tell you, man, I could do it all. I could do it all. But I can admit that I know how to bomb. You fuck. So,
right. I never do that.
When we do a show together, and I'm telling everybody right now, that's how confident I am that Comics on Cannabis will be doing shows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm. It's in my head now. I can't bomb. You know how pissed Bob would be if I just said, "Hey, we're blowing up pussy." And then he's got to clean up his fucking act like it stacks.
I know it's okay. It's okay because I'll just go up there.
It's not going to happen.
But I'm just going to go up there and go, "What's with that crazy Chinaman?" Like I did that night, and it fucking killed. I go, "Why was he so angry? I've never seen an angry one before." And you're fucking yelling at people like they gave you COVID. You fuck.
I'm going. I have COVID. Either that or I'm in sepia.
I will make it. I'll take it right now, man. That I will make it. So it is the smoothest show. You know why? Because I like you, Bob. You're a good guy, and I wouldn't fuck you up like that. Maybe one show I might. I don't know if it's a small show and only got maybe 50 people, maybe. But the big theaters, nah.
No, but it's good.
I care about you.
Everybody does good. It's a great night. Everybody's happy when they leave. You know what I mean? They don't come up to the other comics and go, "What was with that guy?" You know, that's the worst when that happens. But that's the worst when that happens. You know, it's like, oh God, boy, that guy needs to practice. And they say something like that to you, like, you know what I mean? All right, I'll kill him. What do you want? You want him dead? All right, you didn't find him funny. What the fuck you want from me? People have off nights. I've heard.
I've heard.
You know, in this instance, which would be weird, everybody, where I'm with the Reverend Bob Levy. This guy, when we hit the road and do shows, might go to me and be like, "All right, Ed, you might want to cut down on the fucking weed or the drugs. You might want to cut this down a little bit." Coming from the Reverend, that would be great. Like that would be tremendous. You know what? We should actually have a camera crew follow and have you come to me and be like, "All right, Ed, look, it's a packed house. You might want to, you might want to cut it down on the weed there.
No Asian jokes.
No Asian jokes. You might want to cut down on the weed." I'm excited. I don't know why, but there's like this. I even told Derek there's this resurgence of just doing stand up again, and it's I don't know, man. It's like I used to remember years ago, Derek, where I actually used to care. like if people like me or not.
Yeah.
Right? Where I'm just kind of like now. I've had. I mean, let's be honest, Derek. I think I've had more good shows than bad, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So
But that's not a good fucking thing.
Well, you want me to have more bad shows? You did.
No, but you're basically 60 to 50 to 40 or whatever it would be. That would add up to 100. But I'm just saying, that's not good things. You got to be 99 to 1.
Hey, we're not all Bob Levy. How about that?
I never failed once.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying, like 60, 40, you're going around like you want a parade and carried over people's shoulders and lifted up. I mean, come on, stop it.
It's not 60-40.
That's mediocre. That's mediocre. Anybody can do that.
Hold on, let me ask Derek. Derek, how many bad shows have you seen of me? Honestly, don't be funny here. How many bad shows have you seen of me? Like really bad shows. As long as we've been friends.
2, 3, 4.
Oh, shut up.
7, 8,
I don't know, maybe 6 or 7.
Right. Out of how many shows you've seen, right? Like
I've seen at least 10.
At least 10?
I said not before. You're such an asshole.
See, that's why I waited. See what he did there?
You're such a dick. No, he's seen a lot of shows. You fuck you. He's seen a lot of shows, right? And it's not. I didn't say it was 60-40. You fuck. I'm just saying. You know what? I'm gonna.
No, I've seen you have a lot more good shows.
Now. See, Bob, that's it. I'm gonna set up the crowd to fucking hate you. But here's the thing. If I do a show, the great thing is, let's just say I legitimately suck. He's gonna eat. At least
eat it up.
You can clean up. You can clean up the mess.
Then he can do a whole 15 minutes on how bad you were.
You can clean up the mess. Well, they could buy his shirts. They don't have to buy Comics and Cannabis shirts. They can buy.
Can you imagine like me and Kevin after you and just abusing you? How bad you might kill yourself.
First of all, number one, First of all, number one, that's impossible. Okay, because when I'm up on stage there and I'm in my zone, all right, basically you're gonna have to follow the best MC that fucking ever walked. It's just,
look at it.
It's just who? It's just shut the fuck.
Ed, you bringing somebody to the show with us?
Ah, there it is. See that? Yeah, this guy. Yeah, this guy can make it happen. Yeah, you jerk off.
What happened today? We lost somebody good.
I was gonna start the show with that, but I'm glad you actually brought that up near the end of the show. You know
Saget,
what,
man, I can't believe Bob Saget's gone.
Saget, it was Norm Macdonald.
No,
Saget,
I'm joking. It was like I know it's not him today.
Yeah, no.
It was a joke. I was like, because I always am behind on everything.
Oh,
I posted today. I go, horrible news. Rest in peace, Bob Saget, because I'm always the last one to know. You know,
that's actually a funny joke, dude. I'm glad you explained.
Of course it is. Of course, that's why I don't bomb.
Yes, fuck. You worked with
Gilbert?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, up at Stern. I mean, we never did comedy together, but I mean, as a comedian, as a listener. Gilbert was one of the best on the show, whether it was Howard Stern or even Opie and Anthony or Anthony, I mean, as a comedian, you were like, one day I would like to get the response that the people love. Like, he went in and destroyed. It was like he was not even human compared to anyone else. I mean, he was the level that you looked up to of going on radio and doing what you wanted and just being hilarious no matter what it was. And there wasn't many people like that. There really wasn't.
It's so funny that you would say that, because a lot of people that know Gilbert Gottfried, obviously, I mean, just not an incredible talented comedian, but actor, voiceover artist, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And what a lot of people aren't even aware, which I've seen him so many times because I was such a fan, and I met him once, and he's a super nice guy.
Yeah.
He was such a gentleman. Is man, if you went to his show, you would have kind of like Bob Saget, actually. You would have no idea what you were getting involved in. Like wow, like he's not this. Like, I know he was Yago on Disney, and he does these. But man, when you go to his show, it is not kid friendly. It is crazy funny. And I'm talking no holds barred. He will just go out and do his thing. And he didn't care. Like, he would walk some people, because when people would go and see him,
Mm-hmm.
They're like, well, this isn't what I expected, but he wouldn't change. He would still
Well,
be
yeah,
Gilbert Gottfried, and he was
people.
just so good, and he was just so talented in what he did,
He
and
was.
people
Yeah.
wasn't aware of the type of comedy he did, but he did it so well. He did everything so well. A clean when he had to be a kid's cartoon
Yeah.
character and stand up. God, such a tremendous talent.
He had a couple of modes.
Such a tremendous talent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I heard he was like a great family guy. I heard Anthony saying today, Anthony Comia, he loved his family. And he goes, I feel good. Anthony said, I thought this is great. He goes, I feel good to know that he was loved like that by his family and how much he loved his family. And that was, and he goes, take care, my friend. And I thought it was like a great way, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't know the person, at home and that stuff. So it's nice when people know them more.
I didn't even know he had an illness.
No, nobody did.
Well, he said he had cancer. He did it on one of his like Instagrams, and that he was like, he was some kind of music playing. He's like, I got cancer or
Wait,
something
recently?
like that. Yeah, like 2 years ago.
No, because I thought today, because I didn't know, and a lot of
I
people
didn't
were
know
like,
at
I
all.
didn't know he had any. He didn't have any. You saw him getting thinner, but I thought he kept it to himself.
No, but he did keep it to himself. But he would joke around with him. People would not know if he was serious or not. But
Oh, really? Wow.
it was 2 years. I think he had it.
Jeez.
Must have caught it too late. Yeah.
But he just never stopped working or anything, and you know what I mean. Like, listening to Anthony, he didn't die as a sick man, like you know what I mean, just fucking falling apart and all that. He died doing what he continued his life. I mean, one way I look at it, I mean, there's a way to live through life and that shit, but if you're going to die, go out like a man. You know what I mean? No matter what, go
Yeah.
out like a fucking like you would want to. You don't want to go out like a fucking a sick person or like really sick. Just do it until you fucking pass out. Do what you enjoy, but you know what I mean. Nobody, you don't want to go out like that.
Right.
100%.
Well, you know what? He went out. I believe, I'm not too sure. He was supposed to come to New Jersey and do
I just got I
Yeah.
just got a call. He was doing something at for Uncle Vinny.
Oh, was it Uncle Vinny's? No.
well,
It was
he-
Uncle Vinny's, but I think it was a bigger venue. It was at a
Yeah,
bigger.
but yeah, it was. And Dino called me today, and he goes, "What are you doing? Whatever, the 17th of April?" And I said, "I'm working." He goes, "Well, yeah." He goes, "I had Gilbert, and I wanted it to be, we have whatever 300 or 400 tickets. I wanted to just put guys on and just do like a tribute show to him.
Oh, that's tremendous.
But I couldn't do it. I forget who he said. He named somebody that was pretty big, and I was like, wow." So that was nice of him to call me. I wish I could have done that, but I don't want to cancel something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
not. It's just like it's wrong. But I thought that's a great idea because most people that and you're in this business, like you'd want people to joke around after you die. You know what I mean? And be and just remember this is what they love. This is what people love to do. This is not like this ain't a hobby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
who he is. Yeah.
Yeah, this is not golf. I go play on the weekend. I enjoy it. This is something you need. This is
Right.
something you need that comes. It's like it just goes through your fucking veins and that shit. And that's what this business is. We may be, a little bit above a karaoke singer or whatever. To some people, we don't get as much respect as any that though people will yell at us in the audience. You know what I mean? Sometimes, and they don't do that to anybody else really. But it's a great business because when you can take a bunch of strangers and make them laugh and fucking have the time of their lives, there's no better feeling.
Yeah, you make them forget about their problems for a
Yeah,
long
and
time.
it's no better feeling, and I fuck porn stars.
Well, you got to throw that in there as well. He went out on top. All his peers respected him. All his peers respected him, and he's gonna be on the mountain of comedy as one of the tops. As one of the top people that ever performed. If you were lucky enough to see him, and I hope you did, There was no one else like him. Like
No.
he really brought it. Like he brought it so many times. It was so good. He was
And
so
on radio, I mean, there was nobody, you know what I mean? Sometimes you can't, they're either good on the radio or good at comedy. You know, it's very hard to get that combination, you know what I mean? That it's just explosive wherever you put him. And on the radio, he was explosive. He was,
Well,
there
I don't
was
think
no,
it was a character. I mean, he was like, you know what I mean? He
Mhm,
was him and he was explosive. It wasn't like, some of those
mhm,
comics that put on, a character and they go up
yeah.
on stage and they do that. It was
Mm,
him. That was him.
No, it was just amazing. It was amazing to see when when Gilbert was coming on a big radio show, you fucking you were there. You know, you because you were like, how can I get to that? How can I get to, you know what I mean? You know, I finally got there because he died. But you know what I mean? I would never get there when he was alive. You understand? I mean, incredible what he would do on Stern. Uh, every time he sat in there was fucking insanity, hilarity. You know, you're not going to get that. You know, you're not going to get someone that can go in and bring down the house like him.
it's kind of sad because when I was thinking about like the wonderful, hugely talented comedians we lost, Norm Macdonald, Bob Saget,
Mhm.
Gilbert Gottfried, it really kind of makes you wonder, like all the greats were like the older greats. Like I'm trying to put together. I mean, there are the Chappelles now and the Chris Rocks, and I get that, but even still, they're a little bit older. Like coming up right now, is there going to be any talent like that, or is it, are we gonna, you know what I'm saying? Is there ever going to be a
Mm.
talent that we could reach like that this young? I mean, Bill Burr, I think is hilarious. Bill Burr is one of my favorites, obviously.
Yeah.
Gary Owen is hilarious, but just like that, you know what I'm saying? We're talking like near the Mount Rushmore of comedy. And when he
Yeah.
passed, I was thinking, I was like, it's so sad because I'm thinking, I think you told me, Bob, like you said before, you're like you thought stand up comedy is a young man's game, right?
I mean, it definitely is. You know, I think it's like because they get the audience more on their TikTok and fucking YouTubes and shit. You know, and the followers like that. So it's easier for them to bring a crowd. You know what I mean? What am I gonna do? Hang my old balls out there and fucking
Yeah.
But it's okay because I can get that young crowd to come, and I'll have to build it. They don't have to. They can build it easily or online before to bring it to. And you see a lot of comics doing that.
Right. Well, I mean, to Gilbert Gottfried, man, as just a fan and his peers, it's like, may he rest in peace, and may the people that he cared about him, his family and close
Hmm.
friends, may our thoughts and our prayers stick with him. And once again, Gilbert will always be on the Mount Rushmore of just one of the greats, I think. And may he rest in peace, and may his memories live on. There's funny stuff.
Amen.
And one of the funniest stuff, if you ever want to laugh, people, just Google Gilbert Gottfried and 50 Shades of Grey, and he like reads 50
Hmm.
Shades of Grey. It's one of the funniest things you'll ever fucking hear. It's so funny with his
Yeah.
voice.
But if he was on the Mount Rushmore of comedy, right? You figure who else would be on it? Maybe Sam Kinison, George Carlin. But
George
then
Carlin. Yeah.
yeah, but fucking years from now, they'll be wanting to tear that down because they would say that they're racist. There's a difference between
True. Yeah.
being
Yeah.
racist and being funny and doing jokes and all that stuff. I mean, in comedy, you're with every every race, every religion out there, and it is a kind of a team thing, and everybody's everybody's kind of nice to each other.
Yeah. I, do you fear future shows, Bob?
No.
As far no, because I know some people do. They're like, are we? Is it even worth even doing or trying to get canceled, whatever? I think personally, I think it's shifting a little bit, where people don't
Yeah.
want the wokeness or the cancel. I think people just want to laugh and have a good time, and people want to have a sense of humor. And for all the people
Yeah.
on the far left that don't want it, fuck them.
I think it's a very good thing, actually, because when this thing
Being woke.
well, fuck yeah, because when you're out there, you're a comic, right? You're supposed to break down those walls. It was getting to
Yeah.
the point a while ago where we didn't have any fucking walls left to break down. Everything had been done. And now
Mhm.
these people are putting these fucking walls back up again, and we get to go out there and fucking tear them down. That's exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, It's like you just got to go up and do it. People do want to have a good time. I've noticed that. I mean, I see some people. I seen a lady in the audience. I'm killing the other night, and I look at her face and I go, I go, I'm actually a lot funnier than you think I am right now. And I just continue because I see her face. She's just totally appalled by me, but for what I was saying, but it's okay.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what I mean? I'll get you. And of course, I'm going to get,
Did you
it
get her?
Of course I did, man. If I can,
What did you think he was going to say there, Ed?
oh,
I would
God.
have loved Bob to be like, no, man. She looked at me stoically the whole fucking hour, and she hated my guts. But
No, I mean, that's hard to do. That's hard to fucking do, truthfully. I mean, that's harder to do than kill for an hour, is have somebody hate you for an hour.
yeah. Well, like I said, I've had those.
You can
shows
sleep
with
with him.
All right. Well, guys, this was also, I mean, once again, I'm glad we talked about Gilbert, and may he rest in peace. And
Yeah.
please, everyone, just Google him or see his stand up. It's just like on just on YouTube and whenever you can. He was just so talented, and try to remember.
Pick up his stuff. Maybe the money probably goes to his family, right? I mean, buy his DVDs or whatever he has,
Exactly, and just support him and keep his friends and family, please, in your prayers and your thoughts. But I want to thank everybody again for listening to this episode of Comics on Cannabis. We have fun here. We do. We love doing the show, and we love the love that we're getting online too. So thank everybody again. We value your choice for letting us share our lives with you, whether it be in your car, at work, online. We really do appreciate it. And if, of course, you want to continue to hang with us, do so on comicsoncannabis.com. And, of course, follow us on Instagram at Comics on Cannabis. We appreciate that as well. So until next time, thank you for listening. And everybody, smoke happy.
Yeah.